On July 1st, 1867, the beginning of a better world began. Why? Because Canada became a country. It's the First World War now. On April 9th, 1917, Canada stormed Vimy Ridge, stomping on our enemies and proving that we are an amazing country and extremely tough. The Halifax explosion. Kaboom! It occurred in Halifax, Nova Scotia on the morning of December 6, 1917. A French cargo ship full of explosives collided with a Norwegian ship, creating a huge explosion, killing 2,000 people and injuring around 9,000. Fast forward, it's 1972. The Summit Series are in progress, Canada taking on the Soviets. The Cold War was taking place, and it was Canada and the Soviets' war fought on ice. During these games, Canada and the Soviet Union had a growing intensity of hatred to each other, which led to the war on ice. Canada won the series on away turf, proving that we are also amazing at hockey. Quebec hates us, but they love us. They tried to leave us twice, once in 1980 and a second time in 1995, but Canada is just too awesome to leave. They are still a part of us, for now anyways. As a country, we invented the Canadian arm, insulin, and the zipper. You are welcome.
We are a nation of awesomeness, from the hockey we play to the beers we drink. But we are more than meets the eye. If you look close enough, you'll find the polar bear capital of the world in Churchill, Manitoba, or the Rocky Mountains. We are a land full of savage animals and a different climate every place you go. We are a mystery. Unlike the many Americans who suffer from cold weather at -8, us Canadians, we're tough as nails. In fact, that's what we eat for breakfast. It's who we are. We Canadians can tolerate temperature as low as -50. From the nose icicles to the snow-covered lashes, we bear it all. Canada has thousands of different bodies of water. Some of Canada's major bodies of water include the Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Hudson Bay, Hudson Strait, and Baffin Bay. And let's not forget about the Great Lakes. Canada is one of those places that has many different cultures put into one little piece of land. From many different Aboriginal tribes, Métis and others, the diverse and intriguing cultures brought through immigration. Canada has many different types of animals, such as bears, deer, fox, Canadian lynx, polar bears, and weasels. The list goes on and on. So what does a nation of weathered landscape lovers eat? Bacon. Lots of bacon. It's pretty much its own food group up here. We love ourselves some good old poutine. Maybe even some roast beef with some Yorkshire pudding. Or go down east and enjoy some fresh lobster rolls. Really what I'm trying to say in this whole thing, you hosers, is you better be prepared for freezing winters and warm summers. Since you know all the beasts so wild you might come across in Canada, there's a good chance you can survive in this tiny but great country.
Here in Canada, we love winter sports, probably because we have so much winter. Winter is everywhere. It never stops. It means we're kick-ass at things. If you don't play hockey, or watch hockey, or love hockey, we won't call you Canadian. We won't call you Canadian. Sorry if that offends anyone, but screw you. Not too sure how hockey was invented either. I heard that the First Nation cultures played some form of the game. Earlier settlers saw it and started playing it. Or it could be that the tough Europeans came to Canada. Whatever story you tell, hockey is obviously Canada in origins. Maybe that's why we have such an impressive resume. Wayne Gretzky, Rocky Richard, Gordie Howe, Bobby Orr. Then the World Junior medals, 15 gold, 18 silver, and 5 bronze. And then the Olympic hockey men's team, 11 gold, 5 silver, and 2 bronze.
Medal to Canada!
When we're not killing each other with sticks and frozen rubber discs, we're kick ass at other winter sports too. It's the lifeblood of Canada, beer and whiskey. It inspires us to do a lot of great things, like this guy. Crack it cold. If you come to Canada, don't be surprised to see a group of 12-year-old girls brapping through the fields going 100 kilometers an hour. Like skiing and snowboarding too. We do a lot of that stuff up here. It's no surprise that we kick ass in that category. Just like this guy and this girl. There's lots of things we do in the summer too, like quadding, hunting, farming. And we like to go 4x4. While drinking beer to it all, some would consider beer our nation's pastime. Some would even consider it a sport. but one thing's for sure, we love beer.
Canada is most known for its scenery, and it's second to none. No other country can compare to what Canada has. It has more awesomeness per square kilometer than any other country in the world. Now overlooking all of it is the CN Tower, one of the highest towers in the world, standing 553 meters in the air in Toronto, Canada. Also, Pier 21, one of the most historic piers in the world. Hundreds of thousands of immigrants have landed there in Canada. Over 1 million immigrants have landed since 1928. But one place you can't miss in Canada is Niagara Falls, one of the biggest, baddest waterfalls in the entire world. Over 4 million cubic feet of water falls there per minute. For the best view, you have to go to Skyline Tower. It has the most popular tourist locations there, overlooking the famous Niagara Falls, standing 158 meters in the air. Then of course you have the famous Canadian Rockies, with ski resorts, zip lining, and stunning views of lush forests. These are just a few things that Canada is known for. There's so many other things you don't want to miss out on. It's a beautiful place and you should come check it out for yourself.
We got Seth Rogen from Superbad. We got Rob Wells from Trailer Park Boys. We have Jim Carrey from Yes Man. And we have Howie Mandel. He is the host of Deal or No Deal. We got Wayne Gretzky. He's named one of the greatest hockey players of all time. Heiser. She was the first female hockey player to play in a position other than goalie. We have Drake, who's a rapper. Some of his songs include The Motto and Best I Ever Had. We have Justin Bieber, who's just a singer. He has the songs Baby and Never Say Never. And we have Avril Lavigne, who's probably the best rock star of all time. Some of her songs are Skater Boy and Girlfriend. My top 3 famous Canadians are John A. Macdonald. He was the first Prime Minister of Canada. We have Terry Fox. He fought cancer. He tried to run from one side of the ocean to the other. He didn't quite make it. He made it about halfway across Canada. And the best is George St. Pierre, because he's probably the best UFC fighter in the world. Canada has many famous people to offer. We have some good and some bad, and I'm sure there's many more to come.